Hi, this is Dr. Grace, starting with a reminder that if you have Jesus, you are not alone. No matter what you're going through, even right now, you are not alone. Jesus promised to be with you, never forsake you, and it's a fact. Last time I talked about depression, that it's about feelings of hopelessness, helplessness, lack of motivation, no energy, no joy in life, no pleasure, things that keeps you from doing normal things, anything that's enjoyable, and that the cost can be from anything from genetic, medical, it could be a loss, it could be a lot of different things that causes you to experience depression. But I did say that I think it's the biggest weapon that the enemy uses against people, especially children of God, because that will immobilize them. When you are just paralyzed because you are so depressed, you can't do many things that normal people can do, and the calling that God has on your life, the purposes that He has for you, it will be very hard to fulfill because you're having a hard time getting out of bed. It's hard to fix yourself one meal, let alone doing all kinds of things that God has planned for you to do. So depression is a powerful weapon of the enemy, and we need to be aware this is a spiritual warfare. And I want to share, I guess, different aspect, different perspective, different ways of looking at it. And I learned this from Dr. Charles Kraft from Fuller Seminary when I took all of his classes. And it talks about a house like that is yourself, that has rats in them. What rats? These are, I don't know if you think it's cute, but these are rats that may be running around in your house. There can be many, it can be one. No matter what, you don't want any single one of them in your house. It's disruptive, it's disturbing. Anyways, you do all you can to get rid of the rats, but they don't go away because there's this garbage that needs to be taken care of. And as long as there are garbages, there will be not only rats, there will be cockroaches, there will be all kinds of bugs, and your life is a mess. So the rats can be described as demons, and the demons can be there are all kinds of demons out there, but I think the emotional demons are the strongest because depending on what it is, you experience it and it really keeps you from joy of the Lord. When you're angry, when you're hateful, when you are feeling so dejected, all these things can just keep you from rising up and doing things with joy. And what about the garbage? What is garbage? It can be all kinds of things, but the easiest way to say it is issues. Some of the issues that we have growing up, especially in younger years, can be trauma. It can be a strained relationship with your family members when you're younger. It could be a lot of experiences that you have had growing up that becomes a garbage, that becomes an issue that stays with you, that you struggle with, and that calls for inner healing. So there's a place for inner healing, especially if these traumas or if the issues are strong and it's really keeping you from moving forward with your life. It can be something that God uses to turn around and help others. There are people who have experienced a certain kind of trauma. They turn around and help others with similar traumas. So there are victories that can be achieved through some of these traumas. But first, you got to go through and be healed of these traumas or issues. So I would say, take a look at what may be causing you to experience all kinds of these negative emotions, especially the depression, whatever is causing you to not move forward in your life and makes you feel miserable. It's time to stop and look at, what are my issues? What are the areas that I need healing in? So these are the things that I encourage you to think about, look at, and if you need, you can look for someone to do the inner healing ministry with you, or you can look for a therapist. And if overall it is very hard for you to deal with, there is a place for medication, and that's from a psychiatrist. So there is hope. There is hope, and we need to get up and fight. And remember, God is with us. He will help us through all kinds of difficulties. How do I know? That's what Bible promises. He is with us. So with that, we will continue next time.